What's happening? Because you know it's your boy B Hot Radio Shout In. Stepping in the building, I got a young goat off in this thing. Super producer, platinum producer, ATL Jacob. What's good with it, boss?
What's good, B.I.?
Man, feeling good, feeling great. Now, I mean, Jacob, first of all, I was looking at the charts earlier today and I realized that they were the Jacob charts, man.
Oh, yeah, fast, man. You know, 9% of the Hot 100 mines.
What goes through your mind when you look up and you realize 9% of the Hot 100 belongs to you, man?
I need 50%.
So you ain't even gonna play fair then?
Nah, I'm trying to take over the charts. I mean, you know, start and take over.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm trying to really take over, like.
Exactly. Jacob, can you take me back to day one, though, man? What was it that made you get into production?
Well, I used to be in the neighborhood in a little group, you know, and I used to rap, so I was like, man, I'm tired of all these beats. Then at the time, Metro was like in his startup,
yeah,
but like going crazy, like all the future shit. So I was like, this sound crazy. I think that's when he did Karate Chop. I was like, man, I want to make beats that sound like this. I want to rap on these type of beats because nobody had that sound but Metro. I was like, man, I'm finna just make my own beats to rap on. So I started making beats right after that.
So now you making beats, you rapping on the beats. I mean, at what point did you get fire at it though? Did you just jump off the porch going crazy, or was this something that you had to work up to?
Yeah, definitely work up and practice. I used to make, you know, boom boom claps. Yeah. So used to practice like every day, like everybody playing basketball, everybody outside, the kids chilling and getting into shit, and it's like I want to make beats.
Yeah.
So,
what was that first placement, man, where you realized that, okay, it's a real future in this thing, man?
My first placement was Lil Durk 2.5.
My God.
Around that. So it was like working my way up, you know. I knew how to, like, for me just being outside, you know, growing up in the hood, you know how to finesse your way into things. So it's like, as soon as I see a person, I know how to play this.
Yeah.
Meet them, link up, you know, politic. So you just keep linking up with more people.
What was it like when you got Durk on the first song, though, man? Because I mean, that's jumping out the gate big. I mean, you went big out the gate.
Well, at that time, you know, Durk wasn't. At that time, I never knew like no Durk songs, but like, of course, I heard of them because you know Sosa and everybody too.
Yeah.
So I just never like listened to him. So it was like working with to me, it felt like working with an artist who wasn't
a new artist.
Like I wasn't. I wasn't looking at it like this is Lil Durk. I was looking like, man, we finna get this work in.
Exactly. So now answer me this though, Jacob. Which one was the one that first hit the charts for you and you realized that, okay, I'm out here competing in this game?
My first song on the charts, maybe Splash Warning, Meek Mill.
Yes, sir.
It was my first one that was on the charts. It was like in the 50s.
Yeah.
Which was still cool, that was on the charts.
Come on. So, okay, now you charting out here in this thing, man, and you out here networking. You got your taste of the industry. How were you loving it at that time? Were you still hungry, or was it a case of, you know, you just still trying to figure everything out in there?
Very hungry. To this day, I feel like I'm not doing enough. So it's like at that time, you could just imagine where I was at. I was like, man, trying to figure it out. Like, how can I make undeniably great music? Like now I just came to the conclusion it ain't about focus on making great music, just about focusing on making a vibe that you like.
Ooh. Yeah. Now, how the hell did you come to that conclusion here, man?
Just like me, like listening to all the music that kept coming out, and then, you know, as it was going, like last year and the year before that, like a lot of the music was sounding the same. So I was thinking like, man, I don't want my songs to sound like this, like that I'm working on. I want this to sound different. So in the midst of me doing all that, that's when I made, you know, some crazy stuff.
Okay, so now answer me this then, Jacob. When it comes down to your creative process, man, when it's time for you to go in this thing and jam, how are you coming up with these hits, man?
I just focus on making the vibe that, like, I don't think about like making a beat like this gotta be here and this gotta be there. It's like, man, if it sound good, this might run the whole song
Yeah.
and go out at this one moment. Like as long as it sounds, it's just about making that vibe.
Exactly. So now, I mean, you hook up with Future, arguably one of the best artists to ever come out of the city, man. And y'all go and make hit after hit after hit as well. How the hell did you hook up with Future? And then what was it like? Because see, I'm pretty sure you grew up listening to him as well.
Yeah, since elementary.
So, okay, so Future done raised you and you found yourself in the studio jamming with him.
Yeah.
How do you come with that funk that you know Pluto is going to be able to take off on?
It's like when that's like your favorite artist growing up. Because, I mean, everybody from Atlanta, that was most people's favorite artist.
Yeah.
Like since Molly Water.
Yeah.
Double Cups and Molly. So
Yeah.
before then too.
Yeah.
So it's like you hear how his sound evolved. You say how can I evolve his sound more while still giving it the Future sound? And you think of it like that.
Yeah. Creative process when you get in there with Future though, man. I mean, what is it like seeing the genius at work in this thing?
Man, it's a vibe because it's like we're not forcing it. We going off like, man, creating a vibe. Like,
Yeah.
It ain't about doing this and doing that, man. It's having fun. We having fun with it. Like,
Yeah.
we in there jamming,
with
partying,
you.
like having fun while making these songs.
When you think of those studio sessions though, Jake, what was it like for you in the studio at those times too? Do you ever find yourself under pressure or is it a vibe the whole time?
Sometimes you could be under pressure because it could be like he skipped beats.
Yeah.
But from me learning like years on, it's like he skipped beats because he want to go back to him. He might want to do these while nobody in the room. And that's when we get our best songs, when like nobody in the room.
Yeah.
Then we get a lot of party songs, the turn songs when like somebody, when the gang in there.
That's right.
And then I be telling them like, man, let's just do some stuff like with only us in the room too.
Exactly.
Could that be a vibe like crazy? Like,
Come on.
We make some crazy stuff. Like imagine what was on the album, then you gotta imagine like what wasn't on the album. Like,
talk to me about that though, Jacob, because see, a lot of times I talk to a lot of different producers, man, and they all share the same story. They say, you know what you done heard, but what you ain't heard is where it's really at.
facts, like crazy, like records. Like I'd be like, man, why you didn't put this on the album? But it's like you don't want to overfeed too much on the album, which I understand. But I just be like, man, we gotta drop another one. This is crazy. Why we not dropping it? Let's shoot the video. I got the plan. I got the video right here. I wrote it myself. Let's shoot the video. Like,
come on.
Yeah.
I don't blame that. So far though, ATL, man, I mean, talk to me about what has been your favorite time in the game, man. What have you found yourself having the time of your damn life in this thing?
Time of my life. I think I was in Cabo. It was me, Travis Scott, Roddy Ricch. We was in Cabo.
Yeah.
Like crazy. Like it was we wasn't staying in the house. It was like a castle. Like you walk in, they got like the cave, and you walk through the cave, go out the beach right there, like with the pool. And it looked like something you'll see. Like it looked like a movie set. But,
Yeah.
But that's really your spot to stay in.
My God.
Yeah, it was crazy.
What goes through your mind experiencing those types of things though, Jacob? Because see, at the end of the day, everybody else ain't gonna be able to do the same thing and have the same story to tell.
Yeah, I definitely am thankful, and it just really motivate me to go harder. Like, what can I do to make this type of music that make me go crazy, where I could live on? Well, I want to live here instead of visit. Like,
I feel that.
I want to own this right here.
Super Gremlin, Kodak.
Yeah.
Another one of those chart toppers, man. I mean, talk to me about jamming with that guy and watching that song go crazy and getting that lead single too.
Yeah, definitely. It was the night we did it. He wasn't even gonna record.
What?
Yeah, I had to beg him like, man, come to the studio. Like, I'm pull up. But it's one of them I pull ups. Well, they sure.
Yeah.
Man, I called him like 2 more times. Like, where you at? He like, I'm on the way now.
Yeah.
Yeah. One time about like, where you at? He like, man, I'm outside. I was like, okay. It definitely wasn't playing like every song not playing. So Super Gremlin coming. You know what's crazy? At that time, I think I played him the Wait For You beat. And I was like, I think this would be different for you. He skipped that. I said, that's understandable because I want Future to do it anyway. But I definitely could hear Kodak like on some different stuff. So when he chose that beat, I was like, how the hell is he gonna do this? So he ended up doing the song, and I was like, at the time, my engineer, he from Miami.
Okay.
Well, he from Broward. So my engineer was telling me like, bro, when Kodak walked out, he was like, bro, this is a hit. This is a hit song. So I was like, it's cool. At the time, I was like, sound cool. So he like, man. So I was like, man. So we made a bet. He was like, I bet you $1,000 it's a hit. I had to pay him $1,000.
Why did you think it was a hit though?
Cause I was just like, it's cool, but like now I'm starting to think that song that I feel like is just cool be the ones that's crazy.
Okay, so break that down to me. What are the ones that you thought was crazy that turned out not to be as crazy as you thought?
What the Wizard album? What song I did? FNN. I thought that song was just crazy, and it was just cool.
Yeah,
it was like, man, this right here is crazy. So, really, the whole Wizard album, I felt like that was slept on. I felt like that was a real masterpiece.
Yeah,
it was like, it'd be like you like High Off Life. I was like, man, this mixtape, man, that album went crazy.
Whew.
We went gold in 30 minutes when it dropped. So it's
crazy.
Like, yeah.
You look up and you find yourself strong arm in the game.
Oh yeah. Man, I be feeling like it's time to evolve to like, okay, I did that. Now what's next for me? Like, of course to go harder, but like, how am I gonna go harder? You know, so it's just figuring that part out. But in the midst of figuring it out, I'm doing it.
Well, there ain't any celebration times in the midst of all that, man, because there's a lot of winning going on in this thing, man.
I haven't celebrated yet.
Oh, come on now, Jacob.
I'm thinking about a vacation.
What is it that keeps you from celebrating, man?
Going harder. Like me still feeling like it's not enough. It's like, man, like not like I'm being hard on myself, more feeling like, man, like I know what I'm in store for. It's like, man, so I gotta work towards this. Like,
yeah.
9 songs on the Hot 100, cool, but how can I get 20 now? Yeah, so it's more like a mindset thing. So, like, it got to the point where I don't even make beats every day anymore, because it's like me now focusing on like not like I got lazy or anything, more like saying like the vibe. Like,
yeah,
sometimes I might gotta do a verse. Say like I'm doing a verse just to make a certain type of beat to give to somebody. So it's like creating a vibe. So I just been like on some way left stuff with me making beats now.
What producers are out here that you admire that motivated you early on, man?
Definitely, of course, Metro.
Yes, sir.
Zaytoven.
Yes, sir.
The whole 808 Mafia.
My God.
Yeah, definitely big influence. Sonny too. Sonny Digital.
What up, though, Sonny?
When Rats on Rats, I actually when Sonny and Future did Rats on Rats at that time, I think I was had to be like in 5th grade, 6th grade. I think I was in 6th grade.
Yeah.
I wanted the band class to play Rats on Rats, so we ended up playing Rats on Rats. And my favorite part was when it went. That was my favorite part.
Exactly.
So the band ended up playing Rats on Rats.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What is it like when you meet these people though, Jacob? Because I mean, you grow up listening to these folks. Now you in the same room rubbing shoulders with them.
Definitely look at it like you know, me and Southside like yeah, we know each other from the industry, but like it's like we from the same side of town, so it's like all his folks like we already knew each other, like, so it's like we look at stuff like brotherhood. But then I think back, I be like, man, I used to look up these folks. I used to want to make beats exactly like this, like, and now it's like, dang, that's crazy. Like, I made a post, like, 'cause you know Metro, that's family too. So I made a post. It was like years ago. I was like, it was maybe like 2015. 2014, 2015. I made an Instagram post that said, "I'm gonna collab with you one day." Like, I never told nobody this until I said, "I'm gonna collab with you one day." Then it was another. Then on the next picture, it was me on the charts at #1.
Woo!
And I was like, damn, this came a long way.
Talk about that manifestation then, sir, because a lot of folks dream the way you dream, but they can't figure out how to connect the dots to actually make those dreams realities, man. So what was it that you did to ensure your success?
Definitely work and just get my work heard.
Yeah.
It wasn't about, of course, meeting people, but it was about how can I get this heard? Because I know, like, even though at the time I felt like my beats wasn't good enough, I always felt like that was different. So it was like, once I get these beats heard, more people gonna want beats.
Yeah.
For me to get where I want to go.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about getting it heard.
Okay, so now we talking about Kanye West, man. Being able to work with Yeezus in this thing. What was it like collabing with him?
Man, Kanye, that was a vibe. You know, people look at him like crazy. He ain't crazy, man. That man is humble as hell.
Yeah.
Like, first day I met him, he put my suitcase in his trunk. I was like, it was like no assistant or nothing.
Yeah.
He just like, man, hop in the car. I like, bet. So he opened up the trunk. He was like, I got it. He put my suitcase in his trunk. I was like, shit, who?
Yeah.
It just threw me off because you would think like somebody like that, they got an assistant like, hey, put his bags in the car.
Yeah.
He was like, man, I got it. Put my bags in. I was like, dang, that just teaches you like people who think that they all that is bullshit because it's like this man is a billionaire, man. He put my bag in his car on some cool shit and it's like, man.
Yeah.
So I think we got in the car. First thing he said my tag, ATL Jacob, ATL Jacob, trigger up the car. He's like, man, I love your beats. I was like, damn, man, I'm trying to, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a definite vibe. Learning a lot from him. Like, not even from him teaching, it's just watching. You learn a lot from him, and it do make you rethink the music that you're making. Like, this man is music so different. Like, I gotta separate myself. So it definitely make you look at it like that.
What were some of the things that you picked up being able to see him work up close and personal though?
More of like, well, you know how I always say it's about creating a vibe. It's like he enhanced that of like really creating a vibe now.
Yeah.
And what made him what's crazy, before Wait For You came out, that was one of his favorite songs. So he was like, man, this record crazy. So we was trying some stuff on him, but you know, it just ain't we ain't get to the point where we actually finished Wait For You. So but we did more songs, like we did Pablo on his album and
that's right.
Songs Keep It Burning and just worked on different stuff. But in the midst of that I was learning.
Okay, out of all of these superstars you don't work with though, man, I mean, who intrigued you the most to where you was like, okay, this guy is just blacking out on my track?
Of course, Future.
Yeah, Future.
Yeah, man, that's like my favorite artist to work with, just because, maybe not because we worked together. Like even when we first started working, like I already understood the assignment. It's like, okay, we were doing this.
Yeah.
Like sometimes we do 14 songs in one night. Like. So it's like I already understood. Like his work ethic was like, some people start working with him, they can't keep up with him, but it's like I was already like that, like staying up all night making music. I was already like that before I was even with him. So it was like once I'm with him, it's just easy to get him out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so now with that being said, I want you to tell me some of those songs that you didn't think were gonna be smash hits that turned out to be smashes.
Definitely. Well, Life Is Good, I knew that was a hit, for sure. Wait For You, we called that one too.
Yeah.
But definitely Super Gremlin, I didn't know.
Yeah.
The Box, I didn't think. I actually thought the hit on his song was gonna be I felt like in my heart was gonna be War Baby on that Roddy Ricch album, but it came out to be The Box. So like,
break down The Box to me though, man, because I mean that thing went crazy for a long ass time as well.
Yeah, he had a long run.
My God.
And then it's like The Box. I didn't do that one. I was on the album though.
Okay.
So
okay.
that one, I remember before he did that song, we had a convo. I was like, man, sometimes making weird noises in your songs, you know, it ain't like, sometimes it works. So we did like different songs where he was already making like just different noises in the song using his voice as an instrument. So I didn't hear when he made The Box. But then I think I came back and then I came back another time, he played The Box and he was like, and I was like, damn, he really took it around with it, man. That's great. Like, I know this is gonna work for him. Like,
it's crazy.
But I didn't know The Box was gonna be what it was.
When all y'all was down there in Cabo, what all of y'all create?
We really just made different vibes. Travis Scott really a very creative person to work with too.
Okay.
He remind me of like the way, cause you know, like he remind me of Kanye too, cause you know Travis Scott producer.
That's right.
he make beats. A lot of people don't know that, so it's like him separating his sound from people, and which I understood, which was hard. Like he made some crazy stuff.
What is it like getting there with Travis Scott as well? Because he's one of those creatives that is out the box, man. So, I mean, when y'all get together and start cooking up, what the hell is going on in there?
It's more of a, he's more of making the beats. It's more about the beats. The lyrics is the easy part for him. He'll do that last. So it's more about getting production now, which is very understandable. That's why his production is always crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What was it like for you when you realized that you could make money making these tracks as well? How did that change your life?
Once I found out I could make money, I did all my research to find out how can I do it myself. Because, you know, like coming up, I never had a manager. Yeah. Even like to this day.
My God.
So it's like I understood how to register my songs on BMI. Because at that time when you that small, like, they not worrying about registering your songs for real. Like, unless you get on big albums like before that. So when the songs come out, I register all my songs before the artists even register, and I give myself the whole percentage, like the whole percentage of the song. So it's like, y'all got to respect it now. Y'all got to come to me to release this percentage.
Exactly.
So it's like, of course I fixed it. It went on. It was more of like getting recognition of business, because like I know they'll forget about me. So it's like, how can I play this tool with them? So I give myself the whole percentage and just teaching myself like how to work my BMI, and then register my publishing company, and like even with Sound Exchange, a lot of people don't know about Sound Exchange. That's a whole nother check. Yeah.
So I mean, what is it like when those checks start coming in, and what did you start spending that money on, Jacob?
Well, you know, my first 2 checks was like $330. After that, I think that one was like $9,000.
Yeah.
I remember one time I had got my first $100,000. I was in London. I was a Future. I was with DY Crazy. We was out there in London. So I was asleep. You know, time over there different.
Yeah.
It was like 9 in the morning. That's probably like 4 a.m. here.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I checked my account. I'm like, oh, okay, 100,000 just got in. It was like 110. I was like 110,000 just got in. Went back to sleep.
Yeah.
No, I closed my eyes. I said, oh shit, 110,000 just got in this bitch. I got dressed in 5 minutes. I was at the mall. I spent like 15,000 on my kids that day.
Yeah. What was that like, being able to treat your kids, man?
I love it. It's like still just building for them to never like know your struggles, and never like, hey, I want this, and it's like, hey, I gotta find a way to get it. Like, it's like now they say I want this. Now I can tell them, you know, I got it. Now how you gonna work for this?
Exactly.
I'm not teaching them that. And it ain't about just giving them everything. It's about teaching them discipline, teaching them that you can't get everything you want unless you really want it.
That's right.
That's what I want to teach them.
What has it been like for you, man, just growing up in this industry as well? What have you been learning about yourself throughout this journey?
I learned what I like and dislike. Like, you know, like everybody when they first get out the hood and they first pop off, it's all about women and traveling. So that was my main thing at first. But now it's like growing up, like now, like me now, it's like, man, like all the bitches I thought was bad, like it's like, man, you bitches ain't nothing. Like I don't like, man, it'd be hard for me like to even like really like a girl, because I'm just so picky now. So it's like, that's one thing I definitely learned, like as I grew up. And then in the industry, it's like, man, at the end of the day, you got your relationships, man, you just keep your circle tight. Yeah. Regardless, like whoever, and once they show their hand, man, you know they're gonna show their hand later on. So you just can't get them another chance after they show their hand, because that's how they truly feel. So it ain't like you hating them for how they feel. It's just you growing. You gotta show them like you growing without them, because they just don't. Y'all don't have the same vision.
Yeah. What has it been like for you though, man, as your status started to change and you realized that, you know, you a hit maker, okay? So you got folks tugging on you inside the industry like, hey, man, I need ATL Jacob in the studio with me now because I need one of those Hot 100s.
Phone be going crazy. Maybe everybody like, then I be like, who I want to work with, like, I want to do more songs with Tim's. Yeah. So I be like, man, I want to work with this person. But then they trying to work me over here, and it's like, man, we gonna have to schedule something now. At first it was like, where you at? You in LA? I'll be there tomorrow. Yeah. Now it's like, you in LA? Well, we gonna figure something out. Yeah. Cause I'm everywhere.
Exactly. I mean, speak on Tim's and what you think about her artistry, man, and why you want to work with her.
Man, very, beautiful voice and beautiful individual just because she, you know, like, because I got a gap, she got a gap, and it's like, most people be like, oh, they got a gap, but it's like she herself, man, she rocked that gap beautifully.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's why I never got my teeth done. I just thinking that, like, Tim was like, she made me not want to get my teeth done.
Yeah.
Like, man, I'm gonna embrace my gap.
Yeah, I feel you. I ain't mad at you.
Her voice amazing, telling you.
What people in the industry, man, have you been able to lean on and get information from, man, and who shared the best game with you?
Definitely Future.
Yeah.
I remember back then, because I kept going, like, I kept spending my money without even me, like, buying stuff. I used to ask Future, like, just a lot of, like, advice to, like, how did you save your money? But he told me he blew a lot of money. It was just like, but once he realized, he just chopping it up with him getting game, he about money and just industry stuff, and like sometimes like, oh, and Young Thug too, like with Young Thug, like shout out him, free the whole white.
Yes,
Young Thug, I learned a lot of like business stuff, because at the time he'll have like meetings, and sometimes it'll be like me and him in a meeting, and like I'm not just in their convo, but I'm just learning the game. Like, okay, this is what you learning. Like, so I'm hearing certain stuff, and I go do the research on it. Mm-hmm. So it's like learning stuff from him too. Yeah.
What has it been like from the outside though, outside the industry and family and just your friends and everybody beforehand that knew you? How's that status changed those relationships?
Definitely. You know, a lot of people say you going to Hollywood. That's normal. If you fall out with your friends, your quote unquote friends, because you working a lot, and then they feel like you Hollywood, them ain't your friends.
Facts.
Which because they don't be like, I changed. It's like yeah, I gotta change for the better, but it's like now you change because you see me as this. Like, you ain't calling me all the time to hang with me every day. Like, why you calling me now? Like, and it's like that from the outside, like coming up is like I just noticed everything. Like, I know who still don't call me every day, but then when I see him, like, we could chill for like 2 days and then like go back to normal, because them like, yo, Jerry and friend, they ain't trying to hang out with you every day. Exactly. It's just more like I see you when I see you. Like,
exactly.
We know it's the love there.
Exactly. Mentally, man, how's your mind going through all of this stuff, man? I mean, because it's got to be amazing. One day you're sitting in the ATL trying to figure it out. The next day you're in Paris with Future. You're in Cabo with Roddy. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. How has your mind absorbed all of these changes?
I definitely like it actually went over, like, it adjusted pretty like good, because I feel like this was always gonna be destined for me to like be doing this stuff. But like, you know, at first it was like when you first do it, it's like, damn, I'm really in London, like, or like, this is really my first time in Mexico. I'm at this big ass castle, and this is my first time in Mexico. Like, now every time I go to Mexico, I gotta do something lavish like that, like, to set the standards for myself. So it's like now it become a normal thing when you know how to balance everything. So now it's like, okay, yeah, I'm in Mexico on a yacht, nothing new.
Come on. What advice do you got for the next ATL Jacob that's trying to do the same thing though?
Man, definitely don't. When y'all making beats, don't let people be like, man, you need to make this type of beat, man. Make the beats that you want. Even if it sounds crazy to everybody else, man, that's what you want. So it's all about you and your vision and like your ear, because it's art. And art is about how you express your emotions.
Exactly.
One thing, TM88, he always tell me, he be like, man, I love your beats, because even though they trap beats, you can feel the emotion and you can feel the real hood in like your beats. Like, people like I always tell them, like, people make trap beats and then be like, of course they ain't come for that, which nothing wrong with that, because the music, but like, it's like when you really come from like the block and like the hood, your trap beats like really hit like different, like for real. Like, that's why TM, like, when he made his trap beat, like, his just, you feel it, like, man, it make you just want to do this. So it's like,
I'm with you.
Definitely.
Lil Baby, right on, man. Another one that just went straight out of here the second you cooked that one up, man. Talk about working with Baby.
Man, that's like my boy, man. Like, it'll be like, that's another one. Like when I see you, like I ain't trying to hang with you every day, baby. Like when I see you, you know it's love. Like we chop it up and shit. So it's like right on. He wasn't even gonna drop it or shoot a video. He was, cause the song was already leaked. So I had called him and I was like, man, you know it's this one leaked song. It's this one song that was leaked. But I know what it's gonna do. Like, you need to shoot a video. Like, man, for real, you think so? I'm like, yeah, man. So we had like a little debate over dropping that. Then he was like, you know what? You're right. I'm gonna do it. And I was like, man, thank you, bro. Like, I know what it's gonna do. And it's like, man, the song had 20 million after a month. 20 million views on YouTube. That's just the views. They ain't even streams after a month. So it's like, man, me and Baby, that's like one of my favorite artists to work with too. Like, we barely work, but when we do, we make something amazing every time.
What is it that allows y'all to have that kind of chemistry in the studio to make them hits like that, man?
Man, it's just the genuineness, because, like, you know, I met Baby, like, when he started, not when he first started rap, like, I remember I met him at Loud House, back when Young Thug used to rent out Loud House all the time.
Yeah.
So I met him up there, like, years ago, like, back when I was broke.
Yeah.
So it was like, I met him during that time. I remember it was me. He was, you know, he was asking everybody, like, man, everybody want me to rap, man. Like, should I do it? I'm like, yeah, nigga, like. But you don't, at the time, I ain't gonna lie. I looked at it like, cause you know, with Young Thug, the whole hood want to rap. So I looked at it like that, like, okay, somebody else in the hood want to rap with this. Yeah. Do then. I remember Quay used to tell me, bro, Baby, the one, Quay Global, cut that shit up. Quay used to. Kept telling me, bro, you need to lock in with Baby, bro. He the one, I'm telling you. And at that time, I kept working on all the future stuff. So I never found the time. And it's like, I think he had got my dog right out, like that. Everybody from Atlanta seen Baby like fast, like. Yeah. So it's like seeing that to where you at now. Like, I want to work with Baby.
I mean, working with a Young Thug, because they churn out a lot of music over there as well, man. Yeah. So, I mean, talk to me about working with that camp.
Young Thug, it's always fun. I remember, like, when we first started working, it was like, it was always like, just a same vibe that, he always gave me the vibe that Future made, because we made great music. We got me and Thug got a lot of unreleased songs. You know, Something Make probably, like, our biggest song we did together. Working over there though, it's like, it's just that vibe, like, it's just different, but it's still like vibe, because Thug in one night he'll do 14 songs in one night too, but he'll do 14 completely different songs. Like, bro, I done seen the man do a country song.
My God.
Facts.
Okay, so now I gotta ask you this one, because I got a good ass question this time, Jacob. Thug and Future, both of them are in kind of a similar lane, but different. They are totally different artists at the same time. Right. But when it comes to those melodies and writing those tracks, them boys ain't gonna come in there with the same A, B, A, B, A, B. They gonna take it all over the place. Yeah. So what is it like seeing them coloring the whole canvas instead of just the middle of that motherfucker?
Man, seeing that, it really just give you the sense that try something new. They give you that sense that just try something new. You ain't got to be repetitive. We know what the fans want, but hey, fans, listen to this too. Let's try this. Oh, y'all don't like it? We gonna still give y'all what y'all want, but listen to this too.
How do you feel when you think about the music that your fans have not heard that you know that they need to hear? How does that make you feel holding on to that hit, waiting on it to come out?
It make me feel like it need to come out. So we gonna figure something out. Rather, if I gotta release it on my project, he gonna release it, man. I'll make sure. I'm gonna try my best to make sure it get heard.
Exactly. Being a part of that FBG, man. I mean, what is it like with that family over there getting busy?
Man, it's more like a family because you grow with them. Like you know, like it's like more like a brotherhood. And there's like y'all chilling and like. Y'all moms might go do something, like eat or something, like Future mom, she had this like little brunch thing. My mama went to it, so it's like more like a brotherhood now.
Exactly.
It ain't even like looking at them like this artist. It's like looking like damn dog, guess what happened today? Like you can talk to them about your day or talk to them about something you went through. Yeah, it's more like that now. It ain't about just hey, I'm calling you about this song. It's like damn, bro, get what just happened, bro. Yeah. So it's all like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Lastly, Jacob, how can these folks contact you even if you want them to contact you? Because I know your phone is blowing up off the damn chain. And what do you want to leave your fans with in this thing, man?
Definitely leave my fans with never stop. As I always say, you never stop. No matter what, even if you get discouraged, make some discouraged beats. If you feeling discouraged, make beats. Why you feeling discouraged? You feeling sad. If you feel like you don't want to make beats, I call them lazy beats. Make your lazy beats. My lazy beats always get played somehow.
My God.
And them be like the ones where I'm like, I don't feel like making beats. Let me make a beat because I don't feel like making beats.
Damn.
I swear.
That's crazy as hell.
Something was one of them, actually. Something all I did was dun, 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 dun. Then DY did some drums on that. I was like, I ain't feel like making a beat anyway. That thing went crazy. We recorded a song in London, and then if they want to contact me, definitely got an Instagram they can hit up. If they can't get through mine, you know, they can always DM me. But the real IG5, they can DM him at any time. That's one of my business partners.
I also got to ask you this though, man. What is the vibes different recording in LA versus London versus Cabo versus the world? I mean, what are the vibes? Talk to me.
LA, I like working in LA, but lately I've been liking working in Miami lately. Like the vibe there, like that just been the place for me lately. That's where I did the whole album at, actually, future album, Miami.
Yes, sir.
So, but LA always a vibe. That's the difference in the vibes is like London is like, wow, I'm in somewhere new. But you know, it's always like cloudy and stuff. It's a little darker over there. Then it's like you in Cabo, you might make some island music or something.
Yeah.
And it's just like working in Cabo really gave me a sense of like being different in my songs, like not making like song might not got an 808, it might just have kicks and a synth bass. Like
exactly.
Working in Cabo really gave me that sense.
My God. Well, I'm gonna sit it right there, man. Jacob, appreciate you coming through this thing, boss.
Yeah.
Wish you nothing but the best and much success.
Appreciate it.
Behind Radio Shout it, ATL Jacob. Holler at y'all in a minute, man. We go.
All right.
Already. Yes,
That's
sir.
hard.
Nah, they gonna love it, man. They gonna love it.